Why don't we go ahead and get started? I know there's a few people missing. I know Dr. Gabino Aguirre and possibly Joe De La Cerda was going to join us for an update, and we definitely want to hear from them given the news yesterday. So just want to welcome all of you again. And first of all, I just want to extend my appreciations to each of you for your efforts, your support, and all the work that you and your respective agencies and organizations did on behalf of this outreach campaign. The fruits of your labor have really put Ventura County in an incredible position in terms of the response to the census, and that could not have been accomplished without all of your efforts. On a personal note, I've really enjoyed getting to know each of you, and I feel like we had strong partnerships before, but we've really elevated our collaborative partnerships, and it's been such a pleasure serving as a co-chair along with my co-chair Heather. But from the bottom of my heart, I truly mean this. It's been a lot of fun. I just remember when we started this process 2 years ago at a meeting with Vanessa at BCCF. I think there were about 10 people in that initial first meeting, and to see where it's come over the last 2 years and all of your efforts, I truly appreciate everything you did and having the pleasure of meeting each of you. So thank you. I don't know, Heather, if you wanted to say a few words, Heather?
I don't feel worthy of the title of co-chair because Jack did such an amazing job. But everything that you all have done has just been incredible. It's been a real privilege to watch and to see how much you've all accomplished. I mean, it seems like it's been a long time, but it's gone in a flash. And the mobilization that's happened throughout Ventura County would not have happened without each of you. I think, I know that other committees, subcommittees have done incredible work, but seeing all of the things that you all have done to get people out, to get people excited, to make people aware is just incredible. Each element was just a triumph in itself and a huge undertaking in and of itself. I mean, the schools, the CDR, First Five, the libraries, it's just been an incredible thing. League of Women Voters, I mean, all of it just coming together in such an amazing way. It's really been a privilege and a pleasure. But hats off to Jack for really just taking this all and putting it all together and really making it happen. Just very, very privileged to be a part of this group. And thank you so much for letting me be here with you all and visit with you all once a month. It's been a really great experience.
Well, I couldn't have had a better co-chair. I remember that meeting at the county when we were able to meet in groups, and we were all they put the posted sheets up on the wall, and they had the different subcommittees, and people were writing their names down. And I remember you coming up to me, Heather, and saying, "I would like to be a co-chair," and I was like, "Yes!" So thank you. Your help has been tremendous, and of course I want to acknowledge Luis Huereca. We were extremely blessed with the community-based organization funding we received from the Ventura County Community Foundation and the Complete Count Committee. Twofold: one, to help us with our public service announcements in English and Spanish, and it gave an opportunity for a local videographer who we now have a relationship with, and we're thinking about doing some projects in the future to highlight CDR and our programs and our services. But more importantly, the people we serve, their testimonials and how they benefit from the programs and services that they receive here at CDR. So a new relationship was established there. And then, of course, the second part of that proposal was being able to bring on an outreach specialist as part of our team here at CDR. So it has been such a pleasure working with Luis. He's so creative, and he's also a Dodger fan. So we hit it off right from the very beginning. But we do have some time. What I'd like to do is just kind of open it up to folks in this welcome period. If any of you want to share anything, just open it up, and if you want to just share your experience with being part of this subcommittee, that would be great. It's totally optional, but let's open it up to the floor now.
Well, I got to jump off in a few minutes, so I just wanted to say thanks to you, Jack, for leading the committee, and Heather as a co-chair. And Luis, your videos were amazing, so we're really lucky to have you as part of this. And then Justine, I mean, having a census rep who knows public education like you was wonderful and made a huge difference. So it was great working with you and everyone else on the committee. So I'm glad we were able to make a dent, and then especially with the pandemic, throwing everything upside down, but still keeping it going. So I just wanted to say thanks, and really appreciate all of you.
Thank you, Dave. You were our conduit to VCOE staff, and of course Stan participated on many of our meetings as well. So extend our appreciation to Stan as well, and then just keeping all the superintendents informed and being clear messaging in your website that promoted the 2020 census was amazing. So it was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for all your efforts, and have a great day today.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Anybody else would like to? Sure, Lauren.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it was a pleasure working with all of you. And I was also on committees that did not meet very regularly or feel like they accomplished nearly as much. So thank you for your outstanding leadership from Jack and Heather, and the partnership from everybody else involved. This committee just felt like you could come here and say, here's what's going on, and everybody came together and made it happen. So that was a great feeling. And I feel like we not only strengthened some of the relationships that we did already have, but also got to work with new organizations that we'd never worked with before, which was great. I hope to keep those moving forward when things open up and we can go back to doing events and sponsorships and all that kind of stuff. And I was just curious, Justine, are you going to have a second to update us on like the base and how that count went? And, you know, just kind of closing numbers and thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can give you a quick update. I think Dr. Gabino and Joe will also, if they can get on, give a quick update. So for Ventura County, on my last day of employment with the Federal Census Bureau, which was September 25th, I did just go pull up data. So the count, unfortunately, the data, like in the self-response data, only reflects self-response. It doesn't show enumeration as per the same kind of tract. But I was able to get in touch with the people at the Camarillo office. And basically in Ventura County, which really blew places away, even our headquarters and our Los Angeles base were really excited about Ventura County. So they kept Anna because she was the lead, and she's going to stay on with them for quite some time, about how high we were. So the bases ended up getting counted, which was great. We had a lot of help from Port Hueneme and some other areas. And then some of the places in Ventura County that we all focused on and were concerned about, like South Winds, okay, and Colonia, they all exceeded the expectation of the statistical amount they had expected for self-response. So like in South Winds, it was 15% higher than they expected. That is like statistically like the Hall of Fame, right? That's a lot of the work everyone was doing. A couple of other places in Oxnard were 7, 8, 9% higher than they had expected. Oddly enough, the places that were lower were Thousand Oaks and Simi. And I don't know if that was just, who knows why, if that was just because of COVID or just because people were forgetting about it or whatever it was. It was just, they weren't bad. They were all in like the far 80s, but they had expected them to be like the mid 90s. So that all went really, really well. And so in the big scheme of everything, Ventura County really was like exceptional. The Los Angeles area census center, which is 6 states, far beat the nation in averages. So that was Alaska, no, sorry, not Alaska, California, Hawaii, Idaho, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington, 7 states. They were just massively impressed with the amount of work that we did. And for the Los Angeles Regional Census Center, out of the top 10 states of self-response, 6 of them were in the Los Angeles Regional Census Center. So that's massive. So I think overall we did great. We got everybody counted to the best of our ability. And in the last couple of weeks, since everyone was sort of looking at that September 30th date, the last sort of weeks we've been working on getting people who would have answered by proxy. So meaning I couldn't get to you, Lauren, you never answered your door, whatever. I asked your neighbors about you. I ran to see if you had maybe DMV at that address or something. And those proxies count in the total population, but they don't count in disbursement because it's just a guess. So I think what ends up happening was we've been trying to focus on getting those folks to answer, because if they do go online and answer, they do call in or they send in their paper form, then those proxies get moved out and that information gets moved in. So I think overall we have just so much to be proud of for all the work. And from what I understand from talking with other states and being on national calls is really as a county, the Ventura County kind of collaborative effort was not what you saw in a lot of places. So we're awesome. We did a great job. So everyone should feel good about that.
Well, I just want to comment, Lauren, you representing First 5 Ventura County, but you also brought, I remember in those early days of when we were trying to get out collateral print material and social media posts, and your connection with First 5 California and bringing that to the table for us to share really, I thought we really kickstarted our efforts. So thank you for that, because I think we were kind of all, our heads were spinning on what kind of material we could put out there, the templates, et cetera. So you really helped get us on a good start. So, and we were very fortunate, Justine, as Lauren said, to have you as part of our team giving the update, just like you did right now. It was so valuable along the old process. And then your leadership on the caravans was so much fun as well. The photographs that we have of those activities and those outreach events are going to be timeless for us, and the memories more importantly. So thank you, Justine, for your expertise and being a federal census person, you were able to communicate in terms that we were able to understand too.
So thanks. Yeah, I am a big community advocate and I'm a good community cheerleader. Like I've said it a bunch of times, I just love living here and I love this county, and I wish I had been able to get on earlier into the federal census, but this wasn't a county really of concern, more or less, for them. So they were really working in Los Angeles, but I do appreciate that. And I'm hoping sometime in the future, we'll all be back together doing something important.
I hope so. That would be terrific if we can come together again, because the relationships, I think, are long lasting, and there's so much need in our county. So I'm sure we'll pivot to something else that needs our attention. So, all right. Anybody else?
I'd like to say something. I'd like to say thank you. This is a really good experience for me. Coming into with Visceral and just coming into my role as a liaison, it was a really good positive experience for me to see so many organizations working together. I walked into that first meeting, Jack was like, welcome, so it was nice to be able to feel like, everybody was working together. There was a message that I could understand and know what everybody was doing, and kind of take that back to my organization and be like, okay, everybody's doing this. Like, what are we going to do? How can we help? We're small, but we're mighty. So, where can we contribute? So I think that positiveness was really good for me personally. And I was able to, share that with my colleagues as well. And overall, I hope that we can continue to work together. And I've met a lot of new faces here. So I'm really excited to be able to continue to work with you guys.
Thank you, Lorena. And it also opened the door to the invitation to go visit your open house in Camarillo and Oxnard. And I don't know how many times I've driven by the old Woolworth building and didn't realize that that was a school site now. But yeah, thank you. And, it was kind of by happenstance that we brought our outreach specialist. And then I was having a conversation with Lorena about a letter of support for their renewal. And I just had to ask her because the name is so unique. And I said, do you know anybody named? Yeah, that was funny. So thank you, Lorena. Appreciate it. Luis?
Yes, Jack, thanks. I want to say again, thank you for the opportunity to be able to work with you in the census. I started my working in the community in La Colonia for quite a few years, and I really missed that. Worked for the city for some years after that. So it's really nice to get back into this line of work. People like Lauren and Carol, who I've seen and heard and seen them do some amazing work over the years. Never had an opportunity to really work this closely with them. And then with Justine and Heather and everyone else, just made some new friends and found out some amazing things about what they're doing. And it really did help me and helped everyone that we were working with. And then just the partnerships that we established over the course of the last few months.
Yeah.
People with Claudia over at Community Action Ventura, South Winds with Carolina and Sofia and so many other people there. It's just been an amazing experience. So just thank you for this opportunity, and thanks again, for Jack for bringing me on. I remember that first day that he, took me over to that meeting, the only meeting that I was a part of in person, to see everybody there and so many familiar faces that I hadn't seen in quite a while. And then, a week later, everything shut down, and we've been here working from our home. So, but again, thanks for everyone's patience, and my wife as well for being extremely patient, knowing that we've been setting up office space in our home, in the living room, in the dining room, in the bedroom, and even in the closet, and using it as a sound room to record some of these podcasts. I'll have to show you pictures of that one later. But so thanks for everyone for just so much support, and it's great to see that and to feel that from everyone. So thank you.
Thank you, Luis.
Hi, good morning. This is Nancy at the Ventura County Library. Hi, everybody.
Hello, Nancy.
Hi. I just wanted to say thank you to Dak and Heather for your leadership in this committee, and Justine, you rock. And just really have enjoyed working with each and every one of you, and look forward to getting to know you even more and working with you all more in the future. I'm so happy our Ventura County Mobile Library was able to participate in the census caravans. We were really thrown a curveball when we had to close our libraries due to COVID, and, we had great plans for computer access and all that, but I think overall we did a pretty good job of navigating around the challenges and still getting the word out and information and collateral, and that all would never have been possible without working with all of you. So I just really think it speaks to the power we have when we work together and share resources. So again, thanks to everybody, and I look forward to working with you much more in the future.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for helping us crack the base too, and to get some access into the base, which was a hard to count access area. So thank you for that effort. And then part of the caravan also having the mobile library was part of that. So we know behind the scenes you were making a lot of things happening along with Heather. So thank you. Appreciate it. Anyone else? Obviously, we're
Hi, this is Ana Maria.
Yeah, obviously we're not going on the agenda today. Yes, who's that? Hi, Claudia.
Hi, how are you? Sorry.
Good.
Today we have the pantry, and it's the last day that we're doing outreach, but right now we have a volunteer helping us.
Okay.
No, I just wanted to thank everyone. This was a great experience, and like everyone is saying, I hope that we can work on something else, because I think we make such a great team. Everyone here is so dedicated and just quality people, and I'm just so happy I met all of you. I'm really glad that Luis Huerga came on board to add that element of documenting the good work that we do, because many times we do good work, but it never gets, no one finds out about it. And so that was great. And again, thank you, and I hope we can work again in something else. Thank you.
Claudia, likewise, it was such a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for all the great work that you and your organization does, not only on the census, but year-round, providing services to our community. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so I guess we'll get into the couple of agenda items here. We're going kind of off in a different order, but I think it was
Jack, I think Anna Maria and Carol both wanted to say something.
Oh, great. Thank you, Heather.
Sure.
Ana Maria?
Okay.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It was really nice to hear all of your voices today. I'm joining you via phone as always. I first wanted to start off by extending my gratitude for all of you and your continued support, even past, the all of the deadlines that we've been given and all of the adjustments that we've pivoted for. And so I want to just let you all know that you're very much appreciated. And of course, Justine made my job as a lead overseeing 8 counties. She made my job so much easier in Ventura County. And as you know, on the bases, Justine was able to coordinate some MQAs there. So that actually was a big boost for us because, seeing as how our MQA program was able to be extended. But I just wanted to continue to, for the rest of today, with your voices that have been so powerful for our community. And as Justine mentioned, that we can change those proxies if they are still in fact considered proxies, to still remain on message that internet self-response is still available throughout the nation until 11:59 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. And that to just basically encourage everybody to visit the 2020census.gov to respond until that time. We also still have our phone lines open, which is the 844-330-2020. And so as long as their paper responses are still postmarked by the 15th, they will also be taken into account. So I just want to, one, congratulate you all on a job well done, and it makes me so proud to live in Ventura County. We are currently 99.9 as of yesterday of households in the state that have been counted. But again, our efforts and our message throughout the rest of today to possibly turn any possible proxies into an actual count for disbursement is the key, is really the goal. So again, thank you very much, and I look forward to speaking to all of you soon.
Likewise, Ana, we were so fortunate to have you, a homegrown product here to help us with your expertise. And I especially want to thank you for those, the early launch when you came out and you met with our, all of our centers, our 27 centers, Head Start preschool centers countywide. And then you came and you also met with our child care program department staff that meet subsidized clients and resource and referrals. So your information, your connection, you established a relation with them, and they felt they could do the job that you were asking us to help out with, and you got us to a good start from the perspective of CDR. And I know you did that with a lot of different organizations and a lot of different people here in the county. So we're very fortunate to have you and Justine as part of the team, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
And on behalf of the league, I'd just like to thank everyone also, and let you know that I'm totally impressed with the coordination of all the different organizations that have bonded together to make this a success. And the league continues to work until the last day on hand. We handed out information on the census and the voting to food banks in the hundreds of cars that lined up in different cities in the county. We did that as just this last week. We've been doing it quite a bit. And anyway, thank you. I enjoyed being a part of the committee. Thanks again, Jack and Heather too.
Carol, thank you. It was a joy to meet you, and the tireless work of your group. And it's not only the census, but you're stepping up in so many different areas to benefit our community. And we really appreciate you being part of this subcommittee and being so consistent on your attendance as well. We really appreciate that. Thank you.
I'll just say that we sent out 2,500 cards to newly registered people between the ages of 18 and 22. And we bought the list from the county. And,
wow.
And we made the cards, and on the, and then we personally handwrote the address and reminded them to vote and to complete the census.
Wow.
We certainly appreciate the work of yourself and the League of Women Voters on so many important issues. And we'll pivot again. I'm sure we'll call upon you and the League for future partnership and work. So thank you. Anyone else? All right, so we have one formality item. We have to approve our minutes from our September 17th meeting. Can I get a motion for the approval on the draft that Luis sent out with the agenda? Okay, thank you, Heather. A second? Got a second?
I second that.
Great. All those in favor say aye.
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 That's what I love about this group. There's never any abstentions or. Thank you, Luis, for putting the minutes together. Now we're going to move into updates. We're going to start in no particular order, but I think that Dr. Aguirre has joined us now.
I didn't see him in here, Jack, unless he's one of the phone numbers here.
I saw the 701 3.
Oh, yes.
3.
Then that's him. Yeah, he should be in here.
Luis, Dr. Aguirre? No.
He stepped away for a while.
Okay.
12 participants.
Anything else, Justine, that you want to share with us? Or Anna?
I wanted just thank Luis for yesterday for getting together this massive file of all of our stuff that we're playing on CDR's Facebook, and we've sent out, Stephanie sent out to the whole CCC list yesterday. I sent it out to my list, and Dave, I want to give a shout out to Dave, who immediately posted it and got it running for VCOE. So that was like, whoa, that's, hitting a lot of folks. So just, and it's just the last 24 hours, and we just want to get that done, but it was a lot of work. I think Luis probably had a banner, like he worked 2 weeks in one day yesterday to get all that on, and it's a little over an hour, but I want to say, as not just as an encouragement to hopefully help people answer in this last time, which is there's also the English and the Spanish. The English starts at 6:10 on the hour-long video as far as to the walkthrough to answer the census, and I believe the Spanish version of the walkthrough starts at like 23:07, I think it is, to help people. But there's really, as a historical document, if you took those out, the historical factor of what of the videos that were created by people and other groups of looking at the diverse nature of our beautiful county. It really is a great historical document about who we are here in the county. So I would encourage you to watch it if you want to, you know, zoom past through the, yes, I know how to answer the census part, but the actual videos and everything, they're funny, they're uplifting, they're beautiful, they're just our regular old everyday people. And so I just want to do that last shout out and really encourage everyone to give that a watch, and then for us to also then moving forward put all of our great minds together and figure out some way to keep all this collaborative going, especially in the educational space, as we've learned so much educationally through this process, not just, you know, of the larger ticket items for our schools, but even the smaller ticket items. I mean, in some ways, whatever we can pull positive out of this, like distance learning and trying to figure out for COVID. And then I think too, for me, it's a reminder of a person who loves libraries. It was a reminder to our county of how important our libraries are and how meaningful they are to our families and to children and all these things. So, you know, all in all, I have to say, as much as COVID-19 has been very challenging and concerning for our county, it has offered us a little bits of positive things that have shown us that we are really, you know, resilient. And if you look at these videos, you can really see how spectacular we are. So shout out to Louise for that. And you know, let's keep moving, and time will tell when we get our population count.
Is that, is Luis's website or URL on our previous
Yeah, we put you on
email?
mute. This is-
Or could you put it on the chat? Because I want to make sure.
Can you put it, Louise, can you put, it's on YouTube, on
Oh.
CDR's YouTube, it's on the Facebook, CDR's Facebook, it's running in a loop. So it'll be running until 3:59. You can watch it at like 1:59.
So what's the name that I'm going to look for?
Carol, I'll add the link right now, but on YouTube it's under the 2020 census. Oh God, I forgot what it is now.
It's
video playlist. But I'll add it right now.
It's Ventura County 2020 census.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Okay. Oh, well, I didn't know it was on the main one.
If you received the CCC newsletter, Stephanie put the link in there too.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Just want to know what to look for.
Yeah. Bring a Kleenex.
Great. So I just got a call from Dr. Aguirre. He's on the road, but he's pulling over so that he can give us an update. And so we're gonna if we can open up his. We put him on mute. That was some background noise from the traffic. So let's see if we can.
Jack, I'm looking for him here. I don't see his number anymore.
He just dropped off, huh?
Yeah, and I did notice that he was there a few minutes ago, but
Yeah,
he was definitely open. He wasn't muted.
Yeah. Well, no, I actually muted him because
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Justine was speaking and I could hear the traffic in the background. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he's out. Maybe he'll jump back in.
okay, I'm texting him now.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what we do. We adapt. We pivot.
Dr. Gabino, are you there?
This is Heaven.
I see his number.
Yes.
Oh,
There
Yes,
you go.
I am.
Hi, Dr. Aguirre. Welcome. Thank you for pulling over on the side of the road there to give us an update.
Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Yeah, okay. Well, first of all, my appreciation to everybody that's on the call. Certainly, you know, we started out a couple of years ago and we found out very quickly that we're all neighbors, that we're all vecinos, you know, and I think when I listened to Ana Maria and Justine and, you know, the rest of us, we're invested in this county and we're proud of the work that we've done. And that's just, you know, having homeboys and homegirls working together is really a great thing, a beautiful thing. So as you all know, we're on until 2:59 tomorrow morning, a.m. And meanwhile, we have about 8 organizations that we provided small grants to, and essentially what we did yesterday and today and the day before is we're intensifying our social media outreach. And my suggestion to all these organizations was to let's use all of the materials that we have available and let's distribute those, emphasizing the fact that, of course, that today is the last day to do this. So, you know, it is, I'll also share with you that yesterday I got a shipment of T-shirts from the state. I got about 400 T-shirts. Not sure, you know, what to do with them right now, given the short timeline, but I think what we're going to do is save some for each of the Complete Count committee members and subcommittee members, so that we have these beautiful dark blue T-shirts that have a small logo in front and the back for the census, of course, but they're beautiful T-shirts, great material. So as we plan a celebration in the near future, then we can see about how to distribute those ahead of time, so that when we zoom in on whatever celebration that is, that we all have, you know, our quote unquote census uniform on, you know, to show solidarity. So we are also working feverishly with the food distribution programs in the last few days, and then later on today in Ventura at Kellogg Park, later on this afternoon and into the early evening, there's going to be a drum circle where we'll be calling attention to the census itself. You know, that's we're just kind of working as hard as we can to squeeze the last few remaining individuals, families that we need to enroll in this campaign. So we can be proud of everything that we've done, and certainly this cumulative stats on outreach and enrollment speak for themselves, you know, and it's just a reflection of the hard work and the coordination that we've all worked together to put forth. So again, thank you all for all the work that we've all done, and we're looking forward to a celebration and a toast to our great work. So those would be my comments, Jack.
Dr. Aguirre, it goes without saying that we are blessed to have the leadership from yourself, Vanessa Bechtel, and Rigoberto Vargas, and the entire Complete Count Committee. And not only was it an outstanding collaborative partnership effort, but putting the financial dollars out there to help our community-based organizations. I know, speaking from CDR, it was the first time that we fully participated in the census, and I learned so much personally from being part of this effort. So we're very, very appreciative of not only your leadership, but Vanessa and Rigoberto's as well, and Matt Carroll and the folks from the county played an important role. So, you know, you brought it home. You brought the message with Somos Vecinos, Todos Contamos, and that was a great kickoff and a message for us here in Ventura County that united us all in our efforts. So, gracias, Gabino.
Andale, gracias, and thank you for the kind words. And let us not forget that one of the key members of this team was Stephanie who
Yes.
just kind of kept all of us kind of on track also. So a big shout out to her. And the Census Bureau came across beautifully, you know, I mean, so thanks a lot.
Thank you, Gavino.
Okay,
Safe travels.
gracias. Yeah, I'm on my way to a food distribution right now.
Okay. Take care. Have a great
All
day.
right. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Luis, did we have someone else join us? I think Claudia from Lideras Campesinas.
Yes, Claudia joined us. I just asked her if she wanted to give any updates, but Claudia, I don't know, ¿estás ahí, Claudia?
Sí, aquí estoy.
Oh, ok. No sé si quieres dar un reporte o información.
Sí, claro que sí. Estamos muy contentos y gracias por, es el primer año donde Líderes participa, ahora sí que muy fuertemente en esta campaña del censo. Creo que estamos muy satisfechas de todo el trabajo que hicimos hasta el día de hoy y vamos a seguir, o sea, estamos muy contentas por eso. Estamos todavía, ayer se distribuyó material en una despensa de comida en la colonia por medio de nuestra membresía. Así que el sábado, el viernes estuvimos en los campos también. Así que hicimos un gran esfuerzo, no solamente a nivel local, sino a nivel estatal. Estamos muy satisfechas y gracias a la colaboración del condado, ustedes, y todos los que apoyaron en este esfuerzo. Creo que hicimos un gran trabajo y gracias a todos nuestros voluntarios que hicieron todo ese trabajo también, ¿verdad? La comunidad. Y creo que vamos a estar más preparados aún en los próximos 10 años. Creo que este año fue el más fuerte para nuestro condado, ya que nos unimos muchas organizaciones y agencias. Esperamos que aquí en 10 años pues sea aún más, ¿no? Empezar el mes de educación y alcance por lo menos 1 o 2 años antes de que llegue para preparar aún más la comunidad, pero estamos muy agradecidas por todo lo que hemos hecho. Y en el consulado, Luis, lo pudiste ver cómo la gente participaba, y así es, ¿verdad? Al principio notas de que la gente no te escucha, pero sí te está escuchando, así que este es muy buen ejemplo que pudimos mostrar así diario. Así que muchísimas gracias, Luis, por el apoyo también que tuvimos en el consulado y en los materiales que nos pudieron proveer. Gracias.
Gracias, Claudia. Si me permites, Claudia, dar la información en inglés. So Claudia was just saying that this is the first time that Líderes had worked with the census. They're very satisfied with all the work that they did and that everyone else did as well. And they were really happy with the collaboration of all of that. Even as of yesterday, they were handing out information on the census at a food distribution. On Friday, they were also out in the fields sharing information with a lot of the field workers out there as well. They want to thank Ventura County and everyone involved for the collaboration of working on the census, and they wanted to say that everyone did an amazing job. And then that also they're looking forward to the next census in 10 years from now. They feel like everyone will be even much more prepared and to even start the process 1 to 2 years ahead of time so that we can get it going. So I had an opportunity to work alongside Claudia and her staff over at the Mexican consulate about a week ago. And it was wonderful to see how she was able to interact with all the people there, handing out T-shirts and providing all the information. Even had a little quiz at the end, asking questions. And it was great to see Claudia at work and her partner there as well. So I want to thank Claudia for that opportunity to be a part of that. So gracias, Claudia.
Muchísimas gracias, Claudia.
Gracias a ustedes. Esperemos celebrar en el Cabo Restaurante. No es cierto, es broma.
She said she's looking forward to celebrating at Cabo's restaurant. So maybe we'll join her soon. Thank you. Gracias, Claudia.
All right. Are there any other updates? I really enjoyed this. I don't even know why we put an agenda out for this meeting. But nevertheless, I did enjoy the focus on acknowledging our team effort and all of our appreciations and gratitude. So I do have one announcement to make that that CDR is going to retain Luis beyond the 2020 census. He'll be doing some outreach. We're revising his job description now, but obviously we're going to broaden his outreach experience, his strengthening our social media platforms, strengthening our collaborations and partnerships, not only with this group ongoing, but with new partners as well. But we really want to heighten the visibility of CDR, but more importantly, the clients, the families, the children that we serve, capturing those testimonial, those special moments on how our clientele is benefiting from the programs and services that we provide. So, you know, Luis's talents and abilities, and he's just a great guy to work with. So I made the decision and informed him we're definitely going to keep him on through June 30th, 2021, and looking at starting the whole state budget process in January. We get a January budget, and then a May revise, and then ultimately a new budget. So we'll be working very closely on our advocacy efforts so that we can, you know, look at bringing him on permanently. But at least for the time being, he's going to continue with us in his expanded role. As soon as the census work is done, he'll hit the ground running on his new duties and responsibilities. And I'm real happy that we're able to retain him to continue to work with me, CDR staff, but all of you as well. So just wanted to share that with you.
Thank you, Jack. Looking forward to it. Very, very, very excited about that. And just to be able to continue working with all of you, I really look forward to whatever kind of collaboration we can do. I don't know if Ana Maria is still there, but I skipped her at the beginning. I'm sorry, because I didn't know she was in the room there. But I want to thank Ana Maria again for her patience and for her amount of information and energy that she provided and helped me with all of this. It made my job a lot easier. So I definitely look forward to working with all of you again. Thank you.
So during our appreciations, many of you shared that and acknowledged that we really have strengthened our partnerships, forged new partnerships and networking. And so we want to continue to tap into all of your experience, collaborative expertise, and your net that you cast out to all of your clients and families and children that you serve, as well as the staff in your respective organizations. So we would like to keep the distribution list that we currently have established for this subcommittee. And if there's some future work that we can do together, have your permission to be able to call upon you in the future so that we can continue some great things, not only for the census, but things that will benefit our local community. It could be in the area of education, maybe addressing poverty through education. But there's so many needs out there that we all know and are aware of. And with your permission, we'll continue to use our distribution list for emails. Anything comes up, you may hear from us again. And we'll also be talking with the Ventura County Community Foundation about any new projects that they see on the horizon, and that we may be able to utilize this subcommittee to help them in those efforts. So I don't want this to be the end of our collaboration. I think we have a lot of momentum working together, and we'll definitely want to tap into your expertise in the near future. So if that's okay with everybody, just a head nod. We'll make sure to include you in anything we hear that's being proposed to help our community, and we may call upon you again. So thank you. Any final appreciations? Carol. Carol, need to unmute. There you go.
No, I already gave my appreciation, but I do have a very important question that I'm interested in, and that is, what happens to all the census figures after tomorrow till December 31st? I'd like to know where I go to get the truth with the federal government, and what is the process from here through January 20th? Is there I mean, there's got to be a plan. I don't know who's in charge, or can you give me any information about that as a citizen that's interested in?
Yeah, so what I'll tell you that happens is, and one of the reasons why there's like a lag time is because all of this data, everything that's collected has to be cleaned and scrubbed and done all of the things to figure out, like for the duplicates or for accuracy and all of those. And then the data is gone into all sorts of multiple different things for different agencies and different configurations. And I don't know if you apply for the Department of Commerce kind of updates, they tell you the things the Department of Commerce is working on. So like small business surveys or health surveys or whatever, and then where census data comes into that. So they have to this timeline, which is really tight for them, because normally they have from June 30th to December 31st to accumulate this data and get it put into the right way of sharing it, because they have to deliver it to the president, and then it gets the disbursements for all of the different things in need and for also representation. And so really from now on, we're not going to really hear much, because they're going to be, and Anna may be able to be even more clarifying about this, because they're going to be putting all that data together. So we're not going to hear a lot about the data. We'll get a population update at the end of the time, like this is how many people are in each city, this many people in the county, in the state, and the nation. And then we'll be able to access that data once it's, I don't know what the certification process is. It's some certification process. I'm going to make the assumption that the president receives it and Congress approves it, and then the data is being able to be used in organizations. But we're not going to get any data until the new year, because they're working on that data.
Will that be early? Will that be early in the year?
I don't know, and what I will tell you though is, and Anna can also attest to this, is she and I must have had to take about, I'm not kidding, every 3 months a test on people's privacy. So, and how data is collected and kept private and how it's used. And so, I mean, really, honestly, the data is so protected during this time. It's like Fort Knox of trying to, while they're doing all this work, and, you know, everything from, I mean, it cracks me up because on some of these trainings, they're like, here's a lock for your desk, here's a lock for your computer, here's a lock for your office. Which of these should not be locked? Or should they all be locked when you leave? Yes, they should all be locked. But I mean, it's just, that's how that data is so protected. That's why we won't hear anything. They won't give us any kind of update. And once it's delivered, and then, like I said, the president gets it, and I believe Congress approves it, then the public gets the data. And you can get it on the Department of Commerce.
And right now we have no idea when that's going to happen.
But I would say sign up for the Department of Commerce updates. They send you updates on all the 180 surveys they're working on, which are fascinating. And that survey data you'll get in a more timely manner. But this exact data we won't get until January.
Okay. I'm mostly interested in how the representatives are going to be allotted, and whether we can believe that from the government, whether it's going to, you know, how it's going to happen. Right?
Well, yeah, and that we won't know anyway. And always, whether or not this had finished in June, like it was supposed to before COVID, it wouldn't affect this outcome currently. I mean, this election, it would affect seats from 2021.
When we redistrict.
Yeah.
But who's going to decide the redistricting? that's the new Congress and the new president, or we don't know. Anyway, that's
different. So again, in districting, so this is not my census information.
I know.
Advocacy information from working in Sacramento. Redistricting will happen at all these different layers. Something will happen nationally, then that information is taken. California, which has a redistricting organization, will work on that. The cities will each work on their own, but
they'll start that next year.
Yeah,
next
I
year.
mean, the cities and everybody won't get their data. The county and the cities won't get their data to April.
Okay.
So where do we finally rank as a county on our response rate? Did we were 4 for so
We're
long?
still 4, and I have to say we're 4. Okay, we're number 1 in Southern California. We're the largest of the 4. So you're talking about smaller areas in the South Bay. We're probably not the most diverse as far as languages, but we might have the most largest, some of the other largest things like the socioeconomic disparities and some other things. The 3 Northern California counties, and again, this is information I know from being an advocate in Sacramento and working in California more than the Census Bureau stuff. The 3 counties that were the highest, which were all in the Bay Area, which are all very contained, tightly populated, low rural, although Marin has some, but really dense, like really dense populations and smaller area size. So when you look at like the size versus the population, the socioeconomic makeup of the counties, when you look at what we're doing, that makes a big difference.
It's Marin. What were the other 2?
I have to look. I'm not sure it was Marin. It was
San Mateo.
San Mateo, which is very higher socioeconomic, very low rural, and very condensed urban. But let me look those up for you. I can't remember. It's not Marin. Marin was behind us, I believe, but it's San Mateo, somewhere near San Jose. But I can pull those for you guys today. And then also just to look at it, because that's all public knowledge. But
And what's the best place to go to see, Ventura County's final response rate, broken down by city?
so the best place still until 259 is 2020 census.gov/response rate.
And after that deadline?
You might be able to pull, like, they might list something on the Department of Commerce, but like that rate, they might have a posting on the Department of Commerce rate or the census, but I don't know. So
Okay.
my best guess would be go in there and take some screenshots or pull your numbers for the county. And those are the best bets. The one thing that should be up and give us some data after January is the Response Outreach Area Mapper, ROAM, which I can show you how to access. It is public, but it's a real bear. It's not made for real people, but it will show our data from surveys. If you know how to read the tracks, and I can tell you how to read the tracks.
Thanks.
Thank you, Justine. I'm going to have to pop off now, but I think we're done and ready to adjourn. So once again, thank you. Thank you on behalf of Heather and Luis and myself, and have a great rest of the day. And we'll hear from you soon, and we'll see you at the celebration sometime in November.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
You're my favorites.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, Dave. Bye.